missed you. I hope you guys are doing well. I am excited to come to you today. All right, so let's get started. First, you might recognize that I am in kind of a new space. That is true. Ella, my sixth grader, gave me permission today to film in her room. So this is Ella's room. She is in sixth grade at Hightower. She's my daughter. Remember, I've got two. So this is her little bed. She's got a llama on top. She named Remy. And then she's got just a sweet little bed right there. She has a window, which is nice. It kind of overlooks our community. What else does she have that she loves in here? She's got her books over here. She loves her books. She's, over quarantine time, been reading a lot of Reader's Digest. I don't know if you guys have these, but Reader's Digest. And she loves the fact that when I was a young kid, I also liked to read Reader's Digest. So she's been reading a lot of Reader's Digest. They have some really good short stories and some nice jokes and things like that. This one happens to be about her favorite, dogs, pets. Excellent. So today we are going to read a story. We are going to have a giveaway. And then we're just going to talk about whatever's on our mind for a few minutes. I hope that works for you. I don't have a big plan for our meeting today. My plan is just that you and I have a little time together today. So, all right. I took a late afternoon hike. So I'm a little hikey. I'm looking a little hikey-ish. Okay, so we all have heroes, right? A lot of heroes we know personally. They might be in our family, okay? They might be in our community. They might be somebody very important to us. And sometimes we have heroes that we just know about in the world. Heroes like, let's see, all sorts of heroes. Okay. Well, one of my heroes comes from history. I've got lots of heroes too, lots of people I look up to, and I think, wow, that person is so amazing and cool. So, one of my heroes, and I've read this story, I think, to my fourth graders, is Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart was an amazing woman. She was an amazing girl, later became a woman, who really had a passion to fly. And she had a passion to fly back when there weren't a lot of pilots at all, but especially not a lot of girl pilots. But she loved it. It was important to her. It was something that really kept her just fueled up and excited. That's a passion. And she just went for it. Okay. So here it is. It says, I am Amelia Earhart. And you might have seen these little books around in bookstores and things like that. I saw this one and I'm like, I've got to get it because Amelia Earhart is so cool. All right, so I'm going to read to you guys today. I am Amelia Earhart. Raise your hand if you have heard of Amelia Earhart. Lots of us have, right? Lots of us have. It's a name that we've heard a lot, but you might not yet, that's a growth mindset word, you might not yet know who she is. So hopefully after spending our 5-10 minutes reading this together, you're going to know next time you hear, oh, Amelia Earhart, you're going to know a little bit more about her than you did before. All right. So we can see right here, she's got the aviator goggles on. She's got a little helmet. Okay. And we can see right here, we already have what pictures of airplanes, older style airplanes. Okay. All right. So this is Amelia Earhart looking out. I am Amelia Earhart. When I was little, people told me that girls should wear dresses and play with dolls. They said we shouldn't have unladylike adventures. I didn't agree. In fact, when I was 7 years old, my sister and I decided to build out our own roller coaster in our backyard. We placed 2 planks of wood up against the side of our tool shed. They're building a roller coaster. And this little girl saying, "Grandma's not gonna like this." The cab was wooden, packing box with roller skate wheels attached to the bottom. We greased the wood with lard so we'd move super fast. And this little boy saying, "Amelia, are you sure this is a good idea?" And Amelia's saying, "This isn't a good idea, it's the best idea." So is she an adventurer? She is. Of course. I got to ride first. This was my moment. Here we go. In 3, 2, I still remember the wind in my face. My stomach seemed to sink. I was flying. See how happy she looks? The crash was loud and noisy and messy. It certainly wasn't ladylike, but it was awesome. Amelia Earhart, take this apart this instant. Grandma is not too pleased. So was the roller coaster perfect? Not yet. Not yet. Did she succeed? No. Okay. Growth mindset. It wasn't the last time I would fly. As I got older, I went to many air shows. When I was 23 years old, but still a kid at heart, my dad took me to meet Frank Hawks, a man who would eventually set many of his own flight records. You ready? I'm ready. For $10, Hawks agreed to take me on my very first flight. Now look at this airplane. Open air. I think they call this a biplane. Okay. So sometimes when we're learning new things, we have to have people teach us, right? For 10 minutes, we flew through the sky and out over the Pacific Ocean. By the time I was 200 or 300 feet off the ground, I knew one thing. I had to fly. Look at her upside down. look at her face. Gonna turn this back over. See a happy face. To save for my flying lessons, I worked as a truck driver, which wasn't really ladylike. Move it, Mac. A sonographer, which is a fancy-smancy word for someone who writes down what people say. And even a photographer. Say snook. So she wanted something, and she had to work for it. Six months after I learned to fly, I bought a bright yellow used biplane that I named Canary. Canary is a cool name for a plane, right? This is my instructor, a woman named Netta Snook. That's her real name. So she saved money and bought an airplane named Canary, and then she got an instructor, like a teacher, to help her. But here's my secret. I wasn't a natural. I wasn't the best pilot. I just worked harder than anyone else. That's enough flying for today. No, I can do better. One more flight. Most important, like the day on the roller coaster, I dared to do what so many said couldn't be done. A girl flying across the Atlantic, Amelia? Are you sure this is a good idea? It isn't a good idea, it's the best idea. I became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, and then the first woman to fly by myself across the Atlantic. Back then, people took boats to get to Europe, sailing for weeks. Planes were still a new thing. In fact, on the day I took off, one magazine ran an article that said women would never be able to fly that far. But I did. To do it, I had to fly for 14 hours and 56 minutes with no rest, no break. Sometimes the sun was so blistering that I could barely see where I was going. In the process, I also broke the record for crossing the ocean in the shortest amount of time, doing it faster than any man or woman ever. And there's Amelia yelling, "This is awesome!" In October 1922, I broke the women's altitude record by rising to 14,000 feet. And in July 1930, I set a speed record of over 181 miles per hour. Then I broke an altitude record, which is just a fancy-smancy way of saying I went higher than anyone else. How high did I go? About 12 Empire State Buildings straight up, at the time when no woman had ever gone that high. So the Empire State Building is the huge skyscraper in New York. And she said higher than 12 of those. So that's super duper high. In my life, I took many flights, but every single time there was someone who said that I wouldn't be able to do it. Never let anyone stop you. Dream your dream. Whatever your dream is, chase it. Work hard for it. You will find it. It is the best lesson I can give you. I am Amelia Earhart. I know no bounds. And I hope you remember that the greatest flight you'll ever take is the one that nobody has tried before. And then here's a quote. Never interrupt someone doing what you said couldn't be done. And there's a picture of her right there. Pretty cool, right? And there's some other pictures of her. There she is. Let me see, as a little girl. There she is in the cockpit, which is like where the pilots hang out and drive and do all their things. There she is with a biplane. There's Frank Hawks, her first teacher, and Netta Snook, her flight instructor. Okay. Kind of cool, right? So, as the book said, was she the best? No. Was it something she was born with, a gift to be a pilot? No. Was it something that was easy? Lots of practice. The book over and over and over talked a lot about growth mindset. Meaning, you can do hard things, but it might take a lot of effort. Changing your strategies if the first way doesn't work. There's other ways. And perseverance. Sticking with stuff even if it's hard. And so it looks to me like Amelia Earhart through her life used a growth mindset to achieve her goals. And that is pretty cool. Next year, we're going to talk a lot about growth mindset and that you can do really hard things. I know during this time, we have all, the grown-ups, have been asking you to do really hard things. It's really hard not to see your friends. It's really hard not to go to school. It's really hard not to do sports or scouts or certain vacations that might have been planned. Those are really hard things. Okay? And so what I think is, I think you can do hard things. And I think having a growth mindset is definitely needed here. Okay? We can still have fun. We can still enjoy the great outdoors. Okay? We can still keep in touch with our friends and family. It just looks a little different, right? So, thank you guys for having a growth mindset. It is going to take you super duper far in life. Okay? Miss Grindstaff has been working on her growth mindset too. And you guys know I'm 44. And I'm still working on my growth mindset. Okay? Sometimes it takes a while. So hope you guys are doing well. I'm trying to figure out, we have about 2 minutes left, what we can do together in those 2 minutes. I showed you Ella's room. That red teddy bear. This is Scarlet O'Bara. This teddy bear, when I was Ella's age, was on my bed too. So this is a hand-me-down teddy bear. There used to be a big teddy bear company in America. I forgot the name. But it was in Chicago, where I'm from. And really special gifts would be these teddy bears. Like it would be like your whole Christmas present would be these really nice teddy bears. So this is Sarah Bernhardt, and you could even she's got fancy clothes. These are all the originals. So this guy has probably been with me 35, 36 years, a long time. And now it lives on Ella's bed. Kind of fun. I have just a few minutes left, so I will share Our giveaway today is a sticker pack. Thank you, Farmhouse in the City, for helping us out with some giveaways. The reusable sticker pad, and they talk about habitats. 5 scenes and over 150 stickers that can be repositioned. That means you can pick up your sticker and put them somewhere else. That's what reposition means. You can position it again. So that's kind of fun. So I'll have one of the girls, I think it's Ella's turn. I'll have one of the girls pick out who gets the sticker. All right, my friends. Super great to hang out with you guys for a little bit. I hope you're having a good day. Remember, growth mindset, and you can do hard things. Remember Amelia Earhart. She did hard things. All right. Bye, guys.